Let's take a look at the Westin Grand Bahama Lucya Resort. Here we are at the front door, getting ready to go into the lobby. Now, what would happen if we took our cameras and wandered around the property on our own? We didn't ask anyone's permission, and we didn't tell anyone we were coming. We're going to give you the unbiased, secret look at this hotel. Now, I'm always ready to uncover the dirt and tell you the real story. But at first glance, there's no dirt to tell about this property. The lobby was grand and regal. It reminded me of an old Caribbean plantation. Now make sure you take a look at that map before you wander around. We just saw a look of the back side of the lobby, and I'm going to spin around here and show you where we are in relation to the water. Now that beach must go on for at least another 100 yards in that direction. It doesn't look very deep there, but it's deep enough, and it widens out quite a bit on the other side. Unfortunately, I was here on a cloudy day, but I have to tell you, the beach was still a lot of fun, the water was very warm, and I even got a suntan. Like all full-service resorts, they have a nice complement of water sports. There's the water sport hut, and they have Hobie cats and kayaks and all of the normal water sports that you would expect. The jet skis, like a few of the other things, are at an extra charge, but everything is reasonable. The parasailing is run by an outside company, but it's right off the shore and it's a lot of fun. Even though this is a big resort, everyone had plenty of personal space. The beach never felt too crowded. Never felt crowded at all. Here's a look at one of the snack bars. This actually doubles as a swim-up pool bar. There's a towel hut. This is full service. Everything that you need. Here's one of the many winding river pools. Now we're back at the swim-up pool bar. It wasn't crowded. Again, this property is 7.5 acres. There's so much room, and there are so many bars and restaurants and swimming areas that you will have plenty of personal space. Here's a look back at the main complex. Now, if you're booking a room, this building is also called Breaker's Key. That's how your reservationist will refer to it. Here's another look back at the swim-up pool bar. Let's slowly pan around and try to give you a real feel for what you would experience when you're here. You see kids, you see moms, you see teens, you see families and couples, a little bit of everybody. It truly is a great mix of people. Around the pool you'll notice these little private cabanas. So depending on how much privacy or sun you want, you can hide out in here. There was no extra charge. You can snooze in the shade and take a nap, or close the curtains for total privacy. There's an ocean floating trampoline, and someone taking a cannonball off one of the bar stools. This really is a family resort. The China Grill was just one of many restaurants here. This was more of the casual, poolside eating. But they had a full menu. Now I want to very slowly spin around to try to give you the feeling of really being here. You can see how crowded or not crowded it is. In this case, it's not crowded at all. Now let's walk down. It's a little shaky, I know, but I'm trying to give you the real feeling for this property. We're walking down by the water. Now they count this as a single pool, but this snakes around and winds around for so long. This allows you to sit right next to the water and have your own private little section of pool. We're at one of the ends of the pool here. And now let's take a look back up at the main part of the property. And back down to the water, where it continues to wind around. Mango was set up right by the pool. He played fun Caribbean music, while families nearby played games. China Beach is one of the more upscale restaurants. I want to give you a look at the menu. It's a very sophisticated menu, very grown-up entrees, but it's not cheap. Of course, there was a Starbucks here, a little bit of something for everyone, but I think it's time to go up and take a look at one of the rooms. We've wandered around outside for too long now. Into the elevator we go, up to the 6th floor, down the hallway, and let's see if we can find a room to go into. Here we are. Now the Westin prides themselves on the Westin signature heavenly bed. And after sleeping in one of these, I have to tell you, they really are heavenly. Down pillows, down comforters, 300 thread count sheets, beautiful furnishings. The room was spotless. The entire hotel, all of the rooms are smoke-free, so it smelled nice and clean. Everything felt comfortable and bright and sunny. Now let's take a nice long look in the bathroom. After a long day in the water or at the beach or shopping, I want to come back to a nice, clean, big bathroom. And this certainly was one. Now the Westin also boasts about their heavenly bath. I think that mostly comes in the form of shampoos and conditioners and bath salts, which they give you plenty of. The rest of the bathroom I found to be perfectly adequate. Of course, they have a hairdryer. They give you nice, lush, terry robes. Nice to wrap up in. And there's the safe, iron, and ironing board. Now back in the room, let's take a look outside. Out to the terrace. And wow, this is absolutely beautiful. Now you can see off to the right where the beach gets a little deeper, and that goes on for as far as the eye can see, really, when you're down on the water. Let's pan around, look at the trees, look at the lush tropical surroundings. You can get another idea from here of how that pool just winds around. Here's the furniture out on the terrace. You have plenty of room to stretch out. The furniture was okay. It really wasn't up to par with everything else at the property. Here is one more look at the ocean from the balcony. Now let's spin in and show you again the water in relation to your room with the heavenly bed. Now enough of the room. Let's go back outside. Here are the tennis courts. Tennis courts were in perfect shape. Freshly paved, wind guards, relatively easy to get to from your room. Here's the pro shop where you can take lessons or rent your equipment. Now here we are standing right outside the pro shop looking up at Breakers Key. But let's go find the spa and the gym. It was a long walk. It must have taken us 10 minutes. The scenery was nice at times, and along the way we passed the Lanai Suites. This was a beautiful group of rooms that were set off from the main big building. They were in these little private 2-story units. We passed a couple of pools, one of them a lap pool, and you saw the restaurant. Here we are finally at the spa. Up to the 2nd floor and we find the gym. This is the gym of all gyms. We really hit the mother lode here. I'm going to spend about a minute in here just showing you some of this equipment. They have machines to exercise parts of my body that I didn't even know I had. The place was spotless. They had personal trainers. There was never a wait for equipment, even early in the morning during peak exercise hours. I think you can walk in and generally get the machine of your choice. At least that was my experience. Here's one of the rooms where they teach workout classes. Plenty of sunlight flooding in, and there's the water right outside the window. Here's one of those personal trainers in action. And right downstairs is the Senses Spa, a beautifully elegant spa for that massage when you're done exercising. Now when we were down at this end of the property, we found Lighthouse Point. It's a whole nother set of rooms. In these low-rise buildings, you look into a courtyard with this beautiful fountain and waterfall. Well, that's it. I think it's time to say goodbye. Here we are back in Breakers Key, looking out from the balcony. Time to say goodbye to the Westin Grand Bahama, our Lucya resort. It's no surprise that they've won a ton of awards. I had a great time. Your family probably will too.